everybody, AGN Live here. We are at the Space Symposium in Colorado, and I'm here with Ted Hennessy from Caresoft. We are kicking it off. This is an amazing event. Ted, thank you so much for sponsoring this stream.
Of course.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself and Caresoft.
Yeah, so like Don mentioned, I'm with Caresoft. I'm on our new vendor onboarding team. And Caresoft is a government IT solutions provider specializing in ease of procurement, routes to market, and we have a strong sales and marketing approach.
Absolutely. And space is one of the many lines of effort. I work quite a bit with them on autonomy and robotics, but they have a whole space effort. You've got a lot of companies here, a lot of your partners.
We do. Some of our larger partners in the space tech arena, Black Sky, ISI, Orbital Insight, Mapbox, obviously a couple others.
A handful. So this is what, your second or third year showcasing here?
This is my second year.
Second year. So what do you think between last year and this year, like what has changed?
I'm seeing a lot of similar technologies, Earth observation systems. I'm seeing a lot of convergence between commercial and government technology and like having dual use cases. So a lot of the companies here are saying, hey, we're really big in commercial and just as big as we are in the defense space. So I find that really interesting.
It is, and what I'm seeing is almost like a parallel in the drone world with drone dominance. We're hearing about, accelerators, we're hearing about commercial tech, and leveraging that with the government, public-private partnerships. I just heard a thing about the moon base and what NASA's going to do. So really exciting stuff happening. You seeing across the board, I think, in aerospace.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So you're here, and what are you looking to achieve here for Caresoft?
Yeah, I'm looking to speak with any potential new partners who might want to get set up with us, and also looking for new technologies that might fill a gap in our portfolio, whether it's space tech or just geospatial as a whole.
Awesome, awesome. How can people learn more about Caresoft and find you?
Yeah, you can either reach out to Dawn, she's a great resource, or you can check out our website and fill out a partnership form, and someone will reach out to you with us.
And it's probably going to be him because he's the onboarding guy.
Most likely.
Most likely. All right, thank you so much, Ted.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Dawn.
All right, next up, we've got Lockheed Martin in the house. We are actually leveraging their booth for this podcast, second year in a row. Gary,
hi, Dawn.
Great to see you, my friend. Tell everybody, first of all, a little bit about yourself.
So Gary Napier, I do external communications, media relations for Lockheed Martin, specifically our commercial civil space side of the house. So Orion and Artemis too.
We got Orion behind us, which is really cool. They got a simulator going on, some coffee. This place is packed. You've been coming here for 25 years, I understand.
Who told you that?
Somebody told, a little birdie told me that.
I have, ever since 2001.
There you go.
And it's changed over the years. It's
Tell
always
them
been
about
here.
it. How has it changed? What have you seen?
It's grown. It's grown. We
Yeah.
definitely have seen a lot of new entrants. There, back in 2000, early 2000s, there weren't two halls, there weren't three halls. There was just this one big hall, kind of the big primed, I don't know what the number is, maybe just 100 people and some really high-level, visitors. There's always DoD and civil space. It had an international side to it, but you really see a lot of the smaller new space entrants, a lot of the international smaller space groups over in the other hall.
100%,
And that is just the coolest thing. It really shows that it is kind of an international show. And, and space is an international industry.
It is. I mean, Slovenia, Lithuania, Poland. I'm rolling a couple off the top that I just saw in the other hall, besides like the ones you think about like JAXA with Japan.
Right, ESA.
ESA, all of them, really cool. Lots of components, kind of weird niche things like the guys that clean the little parts. Because apparently you have to be so sanitized before you put something on a spaceship, because you can't bring earth dust to space.
Clearly.
Clearly.
All these are built in clean rooms, and there's definitely services of services.
Absolutely.
There's engineering services, guys that are writing very niche software compared to components, to kind of large integrators like Lockheed Martin and some of the top primes out there.
And fun fact, everybody, Lockheed Martin always has an amazing media breakfast. You're going to have some articles coming out soon on Autonomy Global about some of the latest updates in space. But what's one thing you want to maybe highlight that you guys are doing in the space arena?
Well, I mean, I think I don't want to say it goes unsaid, but Artemis 2 is just a historic mission. First time we sent humans to the moon in 53 years, since 1972.
And what was your involvement?
Orion built the Orion spacecraft.
Built the Orion spacecraft for Artemis 2.
Took the astronauts out there and back. Clearly, there were other prime contractors involved in the development of the Space Launch System, the European Service Model, et cetera, but we've got really pride that the vehicle that the astronauts flew in and came back home safely was built by
It's
Lockheed
yours.
Martin.
That is so cool.
Yeah. The only vehicle of its kind.
That's amazing.
The only vehicle of its kind.
I'm going to hop in that simulator afterwards.
Gotta do it.
How can everybody learn more about Lockheed Martin and in particular your space mission?
So clearly LockheedMartin.com if you want to learn about Orion, LockheedMartin.com/Orion. Follow us on social media. We're very active on social media, specifically on the space side, at LM Space for Twitter, at LM Space for Instagram, but we also have at Lockheed Martin for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We're on all the channels.
They're everywhere.
We're super active. Ask us some questions. We're happy to answer you.
Yes, very cool. Well, thank you so much, Gary. Appreciate
Thank you, Don.
you. And
Thanks
thanks
for having
again
me.
for letting us occupy your
Our
booth.
pleasure.
It's amazing. Thank
Our
you.
pleasure.
All right, next up, we need that microphone, my friend. All right, we you know it's fun when we're like swapping mics here. All right, we've got Courtney Freeman. Courtney is with AR Law. That's Adams and Reese,
Adams
right?
and Reese, that's right.
So Courtney, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Sure, absolutely. So I am counsel at Adams and Reese. I was with the FAA until about 6 months ago. Great experience there. Was there for 10 years. Went to Michigan for law school, Northwestern for undergrad. Passionate about aviation and aerospace law. Our practice is chambers ranked, and we are just, all-stars and excited to be here at the symposium with all the other all-stars.
I love that. So there is a really interesting legal component to this event.
Oh, absolutely.
Not just like in some of the side discussions, but they have a one-day legal CLE event. You were involved in that, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah, I went
Tell
yesterday.
everybody a little bit about that.
The space law and regulation track was absolutely incredible. The content was amazing. Heard from a number of the major players in the space, including counsel from FAA, FCC, Commerce. It was great to hear more about the Commerce new mission authorization process, which I just actually wrote a blog about for the firm's blog.
Oh, okay.
Liftoff.
All right.
So
Check it out.
got-
Firm's blog.
Yep, Liftoff. And so it was great to hear more about that, to get to ask some questions from the folks who wrote it. So it was just really cool. Another highlight was there was a panel from the GCs from a bunch of these really awesome space companies.
Oh, so general counsels from the big space companies.
Yeah,
and what's like the biggest thing, like the biggest takeaway from what they were telling you?
So the most critical thing for me was they were talking about what value they get from outside counsel and what the best and worst things that their outside counsel do.
So like maybe like one of them would hire you guys to help them on a project.
I would love that.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah,
very fun.
Yeah.
All right, very cool.
Yeah.
This is your first time here ever.
Yes.
What's your impression?
I mean, it is just, so as a lawyer, we read a lot about the theoretical, right?
Theoretical,
and
yeah.
being here and seeing, all of these amazing, engineering feats is absolutely just awesome. Like to see it in real life as opposed to just reading about it on paper and, the regulations and all the stuff that they're required to comply with. It's great to see it, materialize.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you can find more out about Courtney at AR Law, and she's got a blog there. She's going to be running around Exponential as well. She will be at Law Tech Connect,
Yes,
I hope.
I will.
Including our happy hour. So if y'all haven't registered for that, sign up now.
Absolutely.
Sign up separately for the happy hour.
Yeah.
This is the kind of folks that come to that event. So you're going to love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for. I know she's got to literally run to catch a plane right
I
now.
do.
So thank you for taking time.
Thank you for chatting
Yeah,
with me. Yeah,
awesome.
great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Next up, now Slingshot, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we've got Slingshot Aero in the house, and tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Great, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Robin Dickey. I'm the Director of Policy and Government Affairs at Slingshot Aerospace, and we are a space operations, intelligence, and autonomy company. So we support space operations in the defense, civil, commercial, international sectors, really throughout the entire life cycle of decision-making for space operations.
Oh, okay, wow. I mean, there's so much going on in terms of space domain awareness, SDA, kind of threat neutralization. Are you guys involved in all that, or more of the vehicles and how the autonomy on the vehicles? awareness?
So we are more in that intelligence for decision making.
Okay.
So we have our global network of sensors. So we are looking up at space and seeing what's happening on a day-to-day basis.
So situational awareness or space domain awareness.
Yep, but that's just step one.
Step one. Okay.
We take that and then we have data fusion. So we are turning that data, combining it with other sources, contextual data, data from other sensors, and then applying some of our more advanced analytic tools to start to get those insights and understanding of what's happening, not just here's a picture,
right?
You know, and then we take that and we help make decisions.
Yes.
What are the courses of action? What maneuvers could be made? What should we decide is a threat? What should we decide is a safety hazard?
Right.
And what's the best way to respond to that while preserving your mission?
Well, that's amazing. You know, people don't really think too much about threats in space, but they're everywhere, including debris. I mean, my understanding is one little pea-sized piece of debris going like 600 plus miles per hour can like put a hole right through Artemis, something like Artemis 2's
in low Earth
vehicle.
order. It's 15,000 miles per hour.
15,000 miles per hour.
It is incredible the amount of force, the amount of damage, and debris does not maneuver.
No,
Debris has the right of way.
Exactly, that's a good point.
So you need to know whether or not you've got to get out of the way if that debris is a big risk.
Yeah.
Or you need to know if another satellite that can maneuver, if you should be talking to their operators to figure out which one of us is supposed to move out of the way.
Wow, wow. All right, so you guys have a presence here. You're walking around the floor. What would you say is like the coolest thing you saw that maybe people that didn't have a chance to come, you'd love to tell them about?
Well, I gotta say, always just being at the Broadmoor. This is my 4th or 5th time being at Symposium, but my first time was Slingshot. So I'm kind of seeing it with new eyes this time. My first time representing a company. And so I'm walking a lot faster than I am in my previous lives at Space Symposium.
Yep.
But it's really just seeing how, you know, there's everywhere you go, there's people making connections. So top of the escalators. We always got to meet top of the escalators, and that's where you find your friends, your colleagues, your partners, your customers. And so it's that kind of just connections everywhere you go.
Yeah.
That is always one of my favorite parts.
All right, so the connections. I'd say the coolest thing I've seen is once again walking through the vast like vehicle they said they're like launching it next year or something.
Yeah.
So I mean into space. Like
absolutely.
So get a ticket for the ride.
And we don't have hardware, but our biggest thing this year is we have just released a new platform called Slingshot Portal.
Slingshot Portal.
And that is where we combine that sensor data, the fusion, the analytics. And so of course we're here trying to show that off. A little harder to show software than something like the Vast.
Not as cool because you can't walk through it. But super important.
It's just as
cool. It's just as sexy. Come on, we love software here, guys. We all do. We know we love it. All right, how can people learn more about Slingshot Aero? Where can they find you?
You can check us out at our website at slingshot.space. That's how you get a hold of sales. Any one of us, not hard to find.
All right. Well, thank you so much. All right. Next up, we have L3 Harris Technologies in the house.
Hey.
All right, hey. Tell everybody who you are.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Casavella, General Manager, Exquisite Imaging Systems, based out of Rochester, New York, with L3 Harris.
Exquisite Imaging Systems. Explain.
All right, we provide some of the best world-class systems that take imagery of the Earth. In fact, it's the area that I'm most excited to talk about today, and we announced last week that we are partnered with Zupol. L3 Harris and Zupol have been working on this partnership for a few years, developing the next era of Earth observation for the AI generation.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Sure.
But why does anybody out there care about this that aren't like space nerds? Why is this so important?
So our whole infrastructure is built on AI, needing to have quality data to be able to process and make decisions real time. You have to have the foundational layer for that precise measurement of Earth. That's where we come in. That's what we're doing for Zupol, is we're building that space system constellation, helping them provide that level of precision measurement of the Earth, backbone of the AI era that we'll be able to make real-time decisions on.
Okay, so what are they using the data for in terms of the Earth observations? They're looking at Earth, but why?
Why?
Do we know?
Yes.
Okay.
Change detection, right? That's the number one thing. What has changed every single day across our Earth? It is one of the biggest questions we have to answer. So many different parts of our industry, infrastructure are built on that.
Yes.
So we are there to provide that level of information and excited to do it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
All right. So important because we're hearing things like, will California even exist in 10 years?
Exactly.
In terms of the coastline and whatnot. So
you got it. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you've been coming here for a while.
Yes.
Okay, so let's kind of get outside of L3 Harris,
Yeah.
and you've walked around. Maybe you've heard some of the keynotes.
Yeah.
What have you heard that you would like to impart to the people watching that you think is like really interesting and novel?
The thing is, obviously, we're all here to partake in this because this is where everyone in space is, right?
Yes.
This is where conversations are happening, whether it's supply chain, teammates, competitors, customers. We're talking about the missions that we support. And so this is incredibly important to how we're making decisions. And I think in this era of things, we need to be able to make decisions every day, real time.
Yes.
Schedules are incredibly important. So that's why we're here, and that's where the conversations and in-person dialogue are so important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for the drone people out there, this is like the equivalent of, I'd say, exponential commercial drone. For like the EV people, it's like CES. I mean, this place is crazy right now, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I mean,
poppin'.
just to get that vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hear the noise in the background, see
Yeah.
people walking around. But how can people learn more about L3 Harris Technologies and all the cool stuff you're doing?
Hey, listen, we are here today, and for the rest of the week, our booth is 1123. You should come check us out, meet us in person, have a great conversation, and let's make things happen.
And if they're not here, how can they learn more?
L3 Harris Technologies, l3harris.com.
Okay.
Yeah, join us.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Exquisite imaging.
That's right.
Okay, very good.
All
Let's
right.
go ahead and give the mic to Rita.
You're up.
Oh, rock star. Nice.
All right, so here we go. We've got this amazing lady right here from Caribou Thunder, a Colorado company. This is Rita. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Rita Peterson, founder and Caribou Thunder, founder and CEO of Caribou Thunder.
Okay, and I've met Rita 2 years ago, I'm going to say, at the Colorado Aerospace Day at the Capitol, and I was so impressed by everything they were doing. Tell everybody a little bit about what your company does that you founded.
So we work national security for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance programs for the Department of War, Missile Defense Agency, and also Space Force, working space programs for defense and deep space programs for defense.
All right, and I have to say she is completely decked out in the brand colors, and of all the companies I've ever seen, the best swag ever.
We have incredible
So give a shout out to the
swag.
marketing team, incredible swag. But you guys are here, you're pounding the pavement, if you will. Why? What are you hoping to achieve at this show?
Okay, we love space programs. We love connecting with people. We love the relationships. Caribou Thunder is all about building people, building teams. One team, one mission, national security. That's what Caribou Thunder does. So that's why we're here. We're here to find talent resources that may want to work on our teams. If we can't get you on our team, we want to get you on somebody else's team. Not only that, we're looking for partnerships.
I love that. All right, so focus on people. Are you actually hiring? Is that? I mean, is this a call to action for the audience?
Call to action.
Who are you guys looking to partner with or hire? Yeah, tell them a little bit.
So we love working with interns.
Oh.
We love working with industry, brilliant people. Caribou Thunder will be building out a brand new software tool. So if you're in quantum physics,
quantum, just
we want
if you're a quantum person,
software development,
okay,
AI, those are our specialties. We work everywhere in the United States. We work everywhere globally. We work in space, in deep space programs. So if you're a professional with these skill sets, we definitely want you. If you're a student and you need a mentor, you need somebody to sponsor your top secret clearance, that would be Caribou Thunder.
And oh, by the way, students, that's worth about $75,000. So if you can get a TS clearance through an internship, jump right on it. But even more so, this is clearly an amazing person who you want to work for.
Yeah.
I want to work for you.
Okay.
Okay. So,
we need marketing. We need like all this.
All of it. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So how do people apply? How do they learn more about Caribou Thunder?
So you can go to caribouthunder.com. Caribou like the animal, thunder like thunder and lightning.com. You can find Rita Peterson on LinkedIn. If you search for Rita Peterson and Caribou Thunder together on any search engine, we will come up. Please reach out. We genuinely respond to every single person that reaches out to us. We are invested in people. You are not a number. You are a contributing person that we want to be builders on our team, in our company, for our country, for national security.
I'm buying what she's selling, so I don't know about you guys, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you.
Love and light.
Yeah, thank you for coming. All right, next up, we have Bob and Mike here, and we have
Stick it in here. Les Lardy.
Les
From Tomorrow.io.
Tomorrow.io. You are a Caresoft partner.
We are.
You are.
We
so,
are.
all
We're
right.
proud of it.
So, Les, tell everybody what Tomorrow.io does.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Tomorrow.io is a fully integrated commercial weather company. So we build and launch our own weather satellites.
Okay.
We pull down data. We do our own internal in-house modeling, a lot of AI modeling, and we also deliver the forecast. We have a software platform
Okay.
that does that.
So when you say forecast, are we talking weather satellites?
That's exactly right.
Oh
Weather
my
forecast.
gosh! All right. I hope my buddy Don Bershoff is out there watching True
Right,
Weather
we know Don.
Solutions.
We
You
know
Don.
we know Don
See, of
very
course
well,
he knows
right?
Don.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
So Tomorrow.io.
Uh-huh.
Why the .io? I'm just curious.
Because we're very digital, right?
Ah.
We're digital first,
Yeah.
right? We're AI first. We're all forward leaning.
Okay. All weather, all digital, all the
digital,
time.
all AI, all the time.
So your weather satellites, are they in low Earth orbit
They
or
sure
LEO?
are. They sure
And
are.
how many do you have up there right now?
We have about 11 in
11,
our
okay.
current generation constellation.
Yeah.
But we're already starting to think through the next generation. Right?
Oh,
And-
okay,
and
yeah.
We're thinking about scaling that up
Yeah.
to maybe a couple dozens.
Okay.
Much larger satellites than we
Okay.
have in our first generation.
All right. Awesome. And why is that so important? I mean, I know people. We've heard from Don. There's weather balloons that launch at 88 locations around the country. There's
Right.
ASOS. There's
Right.
windsocks. There's little sensors like anemometers.
Absolutely,
See, he
absolutely.
schooled me.
No,
so
absolutely.
why
We know a
why
lot.
is the satellite piece of this important?
So when you think about it, about 90% of the observations
Yeah.
that goes into NOAA's forecasting models
Yep.
all come from space.
Ah,
And
okay.
as much as they've done an amazing job over the years,
Yeah.
we still have a lot of coverage gaps,
Okay.
especially in low Earth orbit.
Yes.
Right, and so the need is absolutely there. Right,
Okay.
it's absolutely critical for us to go up and fill those gaps,
Yeah.
especially over hard to reach areas like over oceans,
Oh
Alaska,
yes. Yeah.
the Arctic.
Yes.
Right? So there is still a lot of work that needs to be done to fill in those gaps.
Okay, that's amazing. Oh, and fun fact, our full crew this month, next week actually, is going to be on space, and Tomorrow.io is going to be one of our 3 featured guests, so we're really excited about that. So you're a weather satellite company with analytics and everything that goes along with that. As you're so why are you guys, I mean, clearly it's space, right? That's a good reason to be here. But what are you guys hoping to achieve at this show?
So we're hoping to be able to kind of really tell folks about the quality of the data we're generating today with our Gen 1 constellation.
Yeah.
And also to kind of sneak preview that Gen 2 that I talked about.
Okay, you heard it here first. Gen 2 coming on
Right.
down.
Exactly.
All right.
And we're calling it Deep Sky. It's
Deep
all
Sky.
branded. Deep Sky from Tomorrow.io.
I love it. All right, very cool. Well, how do people learn more about Tomorrow.io, or how can they reach you?
Absolutely. So we're right here, booth 20, Colorado Hall, or go to Tomorrow.io, and that's us.
That's you.
And
All right.
My name is Les Lardy. I'm on LinkedIn. Feel free to reach out. But we're online, and we're right here in Colorado Hall.
All right, awesome. Well, thank
right,
you
thank
so
you
much,
so much.
Les. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you, man.
Yep.
All right, Les. Yep. We're doing the mic swap.
Great meeting you.
The mic swap. So
Hey, how's
someday
it
I'll
going?
have a whole stable of mics so we don't have to hot swap them all the time.
Yeah, no
all right,
worries.
Sahil, this is Sahil Desai from Fortastra?
Fortastra.
Did I say that correctly?
You did.
Okay, what does this word Fortastra mean?
So it means strength amongst stars.
Oh my gosh, how
Yeah.
cool is that?
Yeah.
Strength amongst stars.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does I can maybe guess, but you tell them what you do.
Yeah, so we are an early stage firm. What we're really focused on is eliminating threats in space. So we know that our adversaries are doing a lot of scary things.
There's spoofing, there's jamming. What else is there? Oh, there's potential laser explosions.
Precisely.
Okay.
And right now, the U.S. has very limited responses against it.
Okay.
And then you got to think about how many assets we have in space. We're talking about thousands of spacecraft.
Well,
all potentially
not and we're talking GPS, right? We all live and die by GPS right now, anyway. Before we figure something else better out.
Yep.
National security assets.
Yep.
All of these things. So you're working on. I'm thinking in terms of like almost like counter drone, right? You've got your detect, identify, track, and then you have the mitigation or the response. You're the response guys?
Exactly.
So what kind of responses are you crafting up, if you can tell us, without having to kill us?
I'll say this.
Okay.
The big value proposition that we believe in is our ability to maneuver, get close to enemy adversaries. If someone's approaching us, we're going to approach them first, and then we want to be able to deliver effects at proximity. What that allows us to do is build smaller, lower cost systems that we can proliferate at scale. And so your analogy to the drone industry is spot on. We always talk about with our defense partners the track that the F-35 to CCA to low-cost drone takes.
And CCA's Collaborative Combat Air Force or aircraft.
Yep.
It's the Anduril and General Atomics, I believe, drones that are going to be like on each side of the F-35.
Exactly. So you had a $1 billion program that got cut to a $500 million program. But you know what actually got deployed in Iran?
What?
The $50 million, $20,000 drones. That was what was driving effects, not a CCA. And so we really believe in this thesis that if we can drive costs down, and we can proliferate and we can add maneuver, we can have a really robust deterrent in space that's really built on mass. And that's kind of our focus area.
Mass. Okay, which is a military concept, right? So I love all of this. All right, you're a new startup, you said.
Yes.
Is this your first space symposium?
This is my first space symposium.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your impression then?
I think this is an awesome forum because we have a thesis. We're an early stage company.
Yeah.
We could be wrong. There might be analysis that we're not considering.
Yeah.
And the ability for us to go engage directly with the warfighter and our industrial partners to ask hard questions about supply chain allows us to build a better business.
Okay.
And so it's been super exciting being here, super exciting to engage, and I'm grateful for the time.
Yeah, no, thanks for reaching out. It's great to meet you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
All right, very good. All right, so that's all she wrote, everybody. We are out here